How do you know when it's time to stay and fight or finally let go? Is walking away a sign of weakness or could it be the strongest thing you'll ever do? Life constantly puts us in situations, careers, relationships, friendships, or even our own routines where we feel stuck. We try to fix it, we try to endure, but at what cost? Sometimes walking away feels like failure. Other times, it feels like breathing for the first time in months. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the internal tug of war, the moment you ask yourself, is it time to walk away? Hi, welcome to Detox with Me, a space where we detoxify heavy thoughts and emotions and turn them into something lighter, freeing, and healing just by talking about them. My name is DM, and this podcast is inspired by the word detox because I believe talking is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to let go of what no longer serves us. Kaya, simulan na natin. Let's talk about walking away. So, the introduction, medyo parang seryoso ako doon, no? But let's go first with talking about when holding on feels heavier than letting go. Like, ano ba? Like, no matter how much we hold on to something, it just feels heavy. It just feels stressful rather than freeing or rather than nakakagaan. Kumbaga, mas nakakaramdam na tayo ng negative feelings rather than the positive feelings or the happy feelings because we keep on holding on to something. And I want to start by saying walking away is not easy. It is never easy, especially when we've given our all, lahat ginawa natin para sa sitwasyon na yon at para sa taong iyon, especially when we believe things would get better and when we told ourselves, this is just a phase. Baka ngayon lang to. Maybe it will get better in the next few days, in the next few months, until we realize that it's been years already or it's been a long time already than it should have been. Now we just keep on holding on to something that no longer serves us. And I've been there. I was caught in a cycle of overthinking, justifying, staying silent when I should have spoken. And I kept on convincing myself if I just try a little harder, things will improve. Maybe there's something wrong with me, kaya things are not getting any better. But here's the truth that I had to face. You can give your best and still not be in the right place. That does not mean you're the problem. That does not mean I am the problem. That means it's probably time to ask ourselves, what is this costing me emotionally and mentally to keep holding on? And when the cost becomes our peace, our self worth, especially our health, then that's the sign that we have to think about, kailangan pa ba akong mag-hold on? O I have to let go already kasi it's already costing me my peace and my health. There are different forms of walking away. And walking away does not always mean quitting the job. Hindi lang siya tungkol sa trabaho. Sometimes, it's even about a relationship, a friendship. Now, we have to step back because that relationship or friendship, our friendship no longer feels respectful or holding on to that friendship is more draining than it is when you let go because relationships should make you a better person, right? And kailangan it lifts you up rather than drains you. So, if you feel like that kind of relationship is already draining the life out of you, na feel naman natin yan yung nagbabago yung energy natin, nagbabago yung before talagang to the highest level yung energy natin. But because of that relationship, we feel like we're not becoming a better person, but we are becoming the worst person or worst version of ourselves, which is, syempre, ayaw naman natin. Or it could even mean walking away from an old version of yourself, the one who says yes to everything just to be liked, or the one who tolerates more than we should. And as a people pleaser, hello, I can relate to that, na nahihiya ako to say no or tumanggi kasi iniisip ko baka ma-disappoint ko yung ibang tao. So, there are times na I sacrifice what I really want or what I really need in order to cater to someone else's needs, which is nakaka-drain talaga yon. And himay-himayin naman natin. Na-distract ako sa aso. Let's talk about each of what we've tackled. So first, career-wise, maybe you who are watching right now, you are in a work environment where no matter how hard you try, kahit anong sabihin mo, your voice isn't heard. You feel invisible, or maybe you're constantly anxious before every meeting. Like, I've been there na I'm the kind of person who speaks up. Like, if I see something is wrong or something is not working, talagang sinasabi ko because I want to be transparent. I want to make everything better in ways that I know how, or in ways that I can think of how to do it, especially for the sake of the team members, in order to serve better the clients that we are serving. But if I already can feel na my voice is not being heard, like I've tried multiple times to reach out, I've tried to speak up many times already. Talagang sinasabi ko talaga, hindi naman ako yung nag-hold back lang. Kasi ayoko yung feeling na I dread going to work, I dread yung just thinking about Monday na naman, na anxious ako on a Sunday night because papasok na naman ako ng Monday. I don't like that feeling. Kaya as much as possible, if I could say it, if I could suggest things or recommend things on how we do certain things and tasks, then I will do it. But if I notice already na no matter how much I say or what I say, hindi naman napapakinggan, or they take it as a negative thing, na to the point na I'm being accused na I spread negative energy, then I think that's the time for me to really ask myself, do I want to stay in this kind of company or team where parang hindi ka pwedeng magsalita? I mean, they would encourage you to speak up, pero hindi naman papakinggan. Then I think walang sense for me to speak up, and I notice myself just agreeing to everything for the sake of matapos na yung conversation, or for the sake of not having that difficult conversation with a concerned person. And that made me think, parang ayoko naman ng ganitong klaseng environment, kasi hindi lang nagsasuffer yung sarili ko, but nagsasuffer din yung whole team, kasi you can feel the tension. You can feel na you want, or everybody wants something better, but it's just something is holding them back. Like, it's not, or suggestions are not being welcomed. Like, wala kang magagawa. Like, no matter how much you say or what you say, wala talaga eh. So, it's draining. Pag pinapakinggan mo siya, hindi siya nakakapagod pakinggan kasi, sige, work ka lang, pasok ka lang ng trabaho, hayaan mo na kung hindi ka pakinggan. Pero when you're in that kind of situation and you see that paulit-ulit lang yun nangyayari, yung cycle lang is paulit-ulit, nakakapagod na siya, na parang gusto mong mapabuti, pero walang nangyayari kasi nga wala ring ginagawa for improvement, diba? And it's just, you're being blamed by what's happening and all that. And ayaw naman natin yan, kasi we know that we're trying our best to really do our job, to really do our responsibilities. So I've experienced that, I think, a couple of times already. na sabi ko, ay, it's time to walk away. Kasi there's no trust, there's no there's no openness to suggestions. So I don't think that I will thrive in this kind of environment. And in terms of relationships, of course, sabi nga natin it's better to give than to receive. But if it gets to the point na tayo lang yung bigay ng bigay and we don't see any efforts coming from the other party or the other person na they're making, the effort na at least ginagawa nila, then there's no reason for us to just give, give, give. Kasi it's, as human being, we also want to receive something. Hindi naman natin ina-expect na pag mabait tayo sa kanila, mabait din sila sa atin. But I think as a human being, we have this normal reaction or normal expectation na it should be a two-way thing. Na hindi lang tayo yung nag-e-effort, hindi lang tayo yung gumagawa ng paraan to grow this relationship or this friendship. And if that person is not making you a better person or alam mo yung walang growth, like you are with a group of friends and all they talk about is the business of other people, then I don't think there will be growth. And right now at this age, hindi naman sa sinasabi ko na super 0%, wala tayong pinag-uusapan na nangyayari sa ibang tao. But, if that is the majority of our conversation, like minding the business of other people, then at least at my age kasi almost 30 na tayo, it's important that we surround ourselves with people who will make us a better person. Like, now I love talking about personal life experiences with the friends that I trust. I love asking them about their opinions or ano yung gagawin nila sa ganitong sitwasyon based on my experience. Tapos I also love sharing my own experiences kapag nagkakaroon ng mga problema sa sarili, yung mga ibang tao, yung iba kong mga kaibigan. So it's really, more of growth-driven friendships na you're talking about the future, you're talking about ano kaya yung ikauunlad pa ng buhay natin. Kasi when we talk about just, purely the lives of other people, then hindi ko alam ano bang makukuha natin doon. Ano bang lessons ang makukuha natin doon rather than, not knowing the full story of other people. Kasi alam naman natin, lalo ako medyo okay ako magkwento. So, hindi natin sure, di ba, kung yung mga kinukwento ko is totoo or yung nasagap ko is totoo. So, rather than spending that, precious time to talking about that, then I've learned to, talk about my own experiences and be curious to the experiences of other people. Yung sila mismo, yung tatanungin ko. And with myself, parang kalaban ko yung sarili ko kasi I am an overthinker. I still have insecurities about myself na wala akong, basta I lack the self-confidence. Sometimes I think, like, wala pa akong nararating or meron ba akong mararating? Yung mga ganong thinking. Kasi parang nung bata ko, I thought after graduation, mayaman na ako or marami na ako. Lahat ng gusto ko mabibili ko. Yung I viewed those 20 plus years old or those who graduated college already as successful people already. But anyway, success is subjective naman. So we have our own definition of success and that's what I've learned na hindi ko dapat ikukumpara yung sarili ko sa ibang tao kasi we have our own timeline. And we are allowed to outgrow things. We are allowed to outgrow people, our own goals, and our environments. There would be a time na you need to choose yourself, na you have to leave the old version of yourself in order to explore or in order to find kung sino ba talaga tayo. And I had to remind myself na staying does not always mean that you're strong, and leaving does not always mean that you are weak. Sometimes you get stronger when you stay out of that environment or you stayed out of your old version of yourself. Kasi if we just stay kung saan tayo comfortable, then I don't think that we're able to explore or find out who we are, what we are good at, and hindi natin ma-explore sino pa ba yung mga tao na makikilala natin along the way who will make us a better person. And what happens after we finally let go of that situation, of that person, or our old version of ourselves? And the process is hindi madali. Talagang sometimes it would take years for us to realize it's time to let go. And when we let go of that situation, you will feel at first medyo may doubt or may alinlangan, or sometimes you will also feel grief kasi dun tayo sanay yun yung familiar sa atin. But you also know you made the right decision when there's a peace that comes after letting go. And I know na you know this feeling na you let go of something, you walked away from something, and finally parang ang gaan na dito sa shoulder, na parang ang daming weight na naalis sa shoulder natin just because we let go of that person, or we let go of that job, or we let go of that situation na nakakapagpabigat araw-araw. Yung gigising pa lang tayo na stress na kagad tayo. And makikita natin na we started feeling better, we started sleeping better, and we started breathing deeper, smell the flowers. Alam mo yon na parang ibang-ibang tao ka na. Nag-iiba tayong klaseng tao because finally, that situation or that weight is no longer with us. And another realization is I was not meant, especially with the current situation that I have encountered. This is in terms of my career. Now, I was not meant to fix something that never valued what I did. And I was meant to free myself, free from that toxic environment. And this time I have to choose myself. Even though, you've been enjoying working with your coworkers, but this time I had to choose myself. I had to choose my peace of mind because I can no longer function na every afternoon lagi ako nagtutulog maghapon. Nakikita ko yung sarili ko lagi na lang nakasimangot, and nakikita ko lagi ako negative. Yung mga lumalabas sa bibig ko puro negative, puro reklamo. And I know na nag-iibang anyo. Nag-iibang anyo na ako na hindi ako to. Parang hindi ko na nakikilala yung sarili ko because of that situation. So sabi ko, hindi pwedeng ganito lagi na puro ako reklamo, puro ako hindi na magaganda yung lumalabas sa bibig ko. Sabi ko, hindi na ako to. So I have to let go already kasi it's not serving me anything anymore. So, if you are someone right now na nag-iisip if should you stay or should you leave, here's my take on that. If you feel safe, if you feel seen and supported, then stay. Kasi may mga challenges talaga along the way na hindi naman lagi perfect yan. Hindi naman lagi na smooth sailing yung mga situations. But if you feel like you are being supported and may peace ka namang nararamdaman, it's just that, it's Yung tinatawag na, it's just a phase. It's just because you're unfamiliar, then stay. But if you're only staying out of fear, out of guilt, or out of obligation, then maybe it's time to consider something else rather than the situation that you're in. And I won't make this long. This is our first episode anyway for Detox with Me. And I hope it helped you realize that you're not alone in these feelings, na you're not a bad person if you let go of the situation, of the person, if you let go of that job already. You are not a bad person. Hindi ka madrama, hindi ka yung sensitive. Kasi I think I've been thinking about, hindi ko masyadong iniisip yung nararamdaman ko kasi inisip ko baka masyado lang ako sensitive, hindi lang ako sanay sa ganitong sitwasyon, kaya ganito yung nararamdaman ko. But I really analyze myself properly. Like, I've given it some thoughts, some time to really sit down and think about it. And nakikita ko, ay, hindi, iba na talaga. Nag-iiba na yung personality ko, and it has affected already the people that I am surrounded with. Syempre, if we don't feel good, then maapektuhan din kung paano tayo makipagtungo sa ibang tao. So, thank you so much for joining me on this first episode of Detox with Me. And there's so much more to talk about, more things to detox, more reflections to share. And if this resonated with you, share it with someone else who might need a little reminder too, that walking away does not mean you failed. It means you listened to yourself and you honored what you heard. Until next time, here in the Talks with Me, we'll talk about things that I'm sure that you can relate to. Anything that has to do with keeping your peace of mind or keeping it to your core. Basta lahat. Abangan nyo na lang. Hindi ko na maisip yung mga... Hindi ko na maisip yung sasabihin ko. In fairness, ang hirap magsilitang mag-isa. And I hope, alam mo yon, kapag naging consistent tayo, may mga makakasama rin tayong mga guests, kunwari, ganon. So that we can listen to the real story of real people. Hindi lang yung kwento-kwento ko. Right? So, again, thank you so much for being with me. Especially if umabot ka dito at the last minute. Maraming salamat for staying all throughout this episode. Until next time, bye!